Hello everyone. So today we're going to be learning about parts of the boat, okay?
Okay.
So the first thing I want to ask you guys, does anyone know what this is called?
The hull?
The hull. Very good. Does everyone understand this? Do you see this whole part? This part of the boat is called the hull, okay? And now what the hull does is it forms the main part of the boat, okay? So it's what keeps the water out and it's what you're going to be in when you're inside the boat, okay? So the next part of the boat is this right here. Everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yep, that's called the rudder, okay? So now what the rudder does is it steers the boat, right? So the rudder moves left and right, and water hitting the rudder is what causes the boat to turn, okay?
Okay.
So right over here, I have a rudder. So you guys can all see what a rudder is. So what it's going to be is it's going to be attached to a boat, and it's going to go like this, and the water hitting it's going to steer the boat. So that's how the boat steers.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a rudder.
How do you steer it?
Oh, we're going to get to that. So the next part is called a tiller. Do you see that right there?
Yeah.
That part attached to the rudder. Now that is this thing, right?
Okay.
And if you're wondering what this is, which is right here or right here, this is called the tiller extension, okay? So basically how this works is this attaches to the rudder, okay? So it's going to kind of slide in there, right? And then you can move this back and forth, and that is how you steer the boat. So the rudder's attached to the boat, and the tiller moves back and forth. And the tiller extension allows you to have a longer reach on the tiller, so you can sit farther up. Okay. So the next major part of the boat is this right here. Does anyone have any idea what that is called?
No.
No?
The stern.
The stern? No, that is not called the stern. That's called either a centerboard or a dagger board, depending on your boat. So what we have over here is a dagger board. So everyone see this?
Yeah.
So how this works is it goes in the boat, and it goes through the bottom of the boat, and it sits there, and it comes out the bottom just like that,
Okay.
right? And if you're wondering what it does,
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
yeah, so what it does is it helps, for one, keep the boat stable from flipping over, and two, it helps the boat so that when you're going upwind, you don't drift. So it's very important because it helps keep the boat stable and help prevent the boat from drifting.
Okay.
So it's a very key part of the boat. And the centerboard, which we don't have here, is sort of is pretty much the same thing, except instead of popping out, it kind of just swings in there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So that part. The next part we're going to be talking about is the different quadrants of the boat, right? So does anyone know what this area would be called?
The upper quadrant.
Okay. Well, what we call it is this is the bow.
Okay.
Right? So this is the bow of the boat. So the bow of the boat is the front part of the boat, right? Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so does anyone have any idea what this part is called?
The stern.
Oh, very good. So this is called the stern, right? So this is the back part of the boat, right? So, and does anyone have like any idea what this like back part of the boat, like the back wall of the boat might be called?
Transom.
The transom. Very good. Wow. So the transom. So the transom is the part of the boat that is at the very back, and that part of the boat prevents the water from coming in the back of the boat. So the next part of the boat we're going to talk about this part. Does anyone know what this is called? The big hole in the middle.
Is that the mast?
That's the mast. So does anyone have any idea what the mast does?
It holds the sails.
Oh, yes, it does. So the mast goes in the middle of the boat and it points right up, right? And basically is the main sail, which is this big sail here at the back, right? That's the big sail. It's the biggest sail in the boat, and that provides most of the power. That attaches to the mast, right? And this front sail up here is called the jib,
Okay.
and that hooks onto the mast in the front of the boat, right? So that's what the mast does. It helps keep the sails there, right? And now another thing we could see is there'd be little wires coming from either side of the mast. Does anyone have any idea what those would be called?
No.
Anyone? No? Those are called the shrouds. Okay? And do you know what those might do?
Hold the mast?
Yeah, so what they do is they help support the mast, right? Because the mast, with all the sails pushing on it, it's going to be under a lot of stress. So the shrouds help keep the mast there. So the next part of the boat we're going to be looking at is this right here. You see this long thing that's attached to the mast and the mainsail?
Okay.
That is called the boom, okay?
Okay.
So what that is that attaches to the bottom part of the mainsail, right? It keeps the mainsail way out there, right? And it's what supports the bottom part of the mainsail.
Okay.
Okay, and next part is we're going to talk about the left and right quadrants of the boat. So what might be this side called?
I don't know. There's starboard and port, but I don't know which is which.
Does anyone have idea what this side is called?
Starboard.
Yes, so the right side is the starboard side, right? So just like the front and the back are the bow and the stern, the right and left, we have starboard, and we have port. Okay, so does everyone understand? So the right side is starboard, and the left side is port. And one way to remember that is left has 4 letters, and port has 4 letters.
Okay.
Right? So that just helps you remember.
All right.
So you can always remember right side of the boat is starboard, and left side of the boat is port. Now, you see these ropes in the middle attached to the boom
Mhm.
and the boat. Do you think anyone have any ideas what those might be called?
No.
No, that's called the main sheet, okay? And what that does is that allows you to control the mainsail. So it allows you to control how far out the mainsail is or how close in the mainsail is and stuff like that. So that's very important for controlling the mainsail. And does anyone have an idea what these ropes over here attached to the jib are?
Your jib sheets.
Jib sheets. And you might know what those do.
Control the jib.
Yeah, so they allow you to like pull in the jib or let out the jib and control how far in or how far out your jib is. Okay, so I think we have all the parts of the boat we need to know. So we're gonna play a little game, okay? So we're gonna play a little game. And basically I'm gonna put you guys in 2 teams. So you'll be team 1,
This is something.
and you guys will be team 2.
Okay.
Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you each team one part of the boat, and you guys are gonna name that part.
Okay.
If you get that part right, you get a point. But
Okay.
if you don't get that part right, it goes to the other team.
Okay.
And the other team gets a try. If they get it right, they get a point.
All right.
So team 1, what is this called?
Oh. Oh, is that the tiller?
Nope, that's not the tiller. Team 2, do you know
The
me?
rudder.
The rudder. Good job.
Oh,
So,
yes.
and do you know what the rudder does? Can you tell me what the rudder
Okay. The
does?
rudder controls the boat. It moves the boat.
Yeah, so it steers the boat.
Steers the boat.
Okay, so team 2, you get a point. Okay, so team 1, do you know what this section of the boat is called?
Oh, that's the bow.
Good job. There. Team 2, do you know what this right here in the middle is
The
called?
mast.
The mast. And do you know what that does?
It holds up the sails.
Very good. Okay, so team 2, do you know what this thing right here coming off the tiller is? That would be this.
Oh, that would be the tiller.
Oh, that's team 1.
Oh.
Okay, team 1.
You said team
Team
2.
two.
Okay, team 1. What is this part right here called?
What, like,
That would be this part.
that's the tiller extension.
Very good.
Ooh.
Ooh, and we're tied at 2.
Ooh, tied at 2. Okay, so team 2. What is this called?
Is that the dagger board?
Yeah.
Oh,
and do you
right
know what
on.
that does?
It stabilizes the boat?
Yeah, and it helps prevent it from drifting.
Okay.
Okay, so team 2. Ooh. And team 1.
That's his question.
What is this called? This whole thing right here.
That's the mainsail.
Very good. Good job. We'll go first to 10.
Okay.
Do you know what this section of the boat back here is called? Team 2.
Well, he said bow earlier, so that's going to be the stern.
The stern.
Team.
There you go. Okay, and team 1, what is this called right here?
Is that the boom bang?
No, it's not the boom bang. That right here,
What?
team
I
2.
actually thought that was the boom bang.
Okay.
So it's
That's-
the main sheet.
Yes, it's the main sheet.
Yes.
Good job. Very good. Okay, team 1, what is this part of the right there called? That would be
That's just the tiller.
That is the tiller. Good job.
Oh, he gets all the easy questions.
There's two of you.
Okay. Next question. What would the right side of the boat be called? Well, let's hear from both members of Team 2.
Oh, okay, well, you told me a trick.
Oh, I want to hear from the other member of Team
Okay.
I'm allowed to answer?
Yeah.
It's the starboard side.
2. Good job. So the right side is the starboard side. And Team 1. What do you think this part here is called?
We already have this question.
No, the
Are
whole
you
part.
sure?
right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's the hull.
The hull. Very good. Team 2.
Okay,
Um,
you two rocks.
what is this long part right here below the sail?
Ooh, it holds the mainsail.
You have a partner.
Does the partner know?
Of course.
Um, oh, no.
Starts with a B.
Yeah, I was gonna say bow. No, that's not it. The boom.
The boom.
Boom!
Very good. Very good. So, yep, that's the boom. Okay, so it's me first to 10. So the next part is, what is this part on the left side of the boat called?
Oh, I know this one.
Oh, no, we're here for Team 1.
Thank you.
Left side of the boat.
That is the port.
Very good. Okay, so Team 2, what is this back little?
Oh, that's that funny word that I don't know. So I'll let you got it last time.
It is the transom.
Very good.
You obviously know something about boats.
Okay, the next Team 1, what is this here called?
We did that one.
I know, but what did we 10, so.
Okay. That would be the center board.
Okay, the center board or the dagger board.
Oh,
Very
okay,
good.
sorry.
Could be either one depending on the boat. Team 2, what would the little wire coming off the mast
Whoa.
that attached to the boat?
They are the stays.
The stays.
Wait. Shrouds?
Yes, shrouds.
Yes!
What? The answer's wrong.
Oh, yes.
They are stays.
Well, the shrouds too.
They're shrouds. Okay, shrouds,
Okay.
stays.
So Team 2,
So, okay, so what's the difference?
they're the same.
Oh,
I
this
think
is
it's
different.
different. I think it's a different in terminology now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
we may be wrong about that, but
we're calling
everyone,
the shrouds.
the shrouds is fine.
Okay, so Team 1, what is this called?
That's the rudder.
Very good.
Well, we answered that for them earlier.
Okay, and last question for if
Get to
Team.
the time break. Give him a chance to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give him a chance to catch up. So, what is this right here called?
As the jib.
Jib. Very good. And last question. Let's see if Team 2 can win it. What is this right here in the middle called? This big thing.
The mast.
The mast. Very good.
But you have to give him another chance to see if
Okay.
he can tie us.
And last question. What is this long part at the bottom?
We already have these questions.
Okay, what
Ask
is
me
it?
what this thing is.
That we haven't read. What is this right here called?
Okay, that's the boom.
That's the boom. Very good.
Okay.
Looks like it's.
And it's a tie.
All
It's a
right.
tie. Okay. So, next part, we're going to do a quick review to make sure everyone knows all the parts of the boat that we covered, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to ask each of you 3 parts of the boat, and you're going to answer them for me, okay? So, Ro, what is this called?
The rudder.
What is this called?
The jib.
And what is this called?
The center board.
Okay, very good. Dave, what is this called, this long thing, or this right here?
The boom,
The boom, good. What is this right here called?
the mast,
The mast, very good. And what is the right side of the boat here called?
starboard,
Very good. And Carla, what is this called?
The rudder.
What is this called?
The mainsail.
And what is the front part of the boat called?
The bow.
Very good. Okay, and I'm gonna ask you guys all one more question. What is this thing here called?
The main sheet.
Very good. Dave, what is the left side of the boat called?
The port side.
Very good. And Carl, what is this? Oh, actually, no, wait, what is this right here?
The tiller.
Very good. Okay, so that concludes our lesson for today. Does anyone have any questions about the boat?
No.
Did anyone not understand any parts of the boat? Did anyone want to
No, I know a lot more parts
I
now
know
than I did
everything
before.
about the
You know
boat.
everything you want to know?
Yeah.
So we got no questions? Okay, so that concludes our lesson for today on parts of the boat.
Thank you.